This episode was insane, and we have so much to discuss that I didn't even have the energy for a witty intro, so let's just do this. Welcome, River Babes. I'm your host, Leanne Aguilera, and this is your Sweetwater Secrets after show for episode 319, chapter 54, Fear the Reaper. And this was actually a big episode filled with tons of twists and turns that I actually loved.
Strong words from a local hero.
We're gonna dive right in and get started with the blue and gold breakdown. First up, Archie found himself in the middle of a sticky and bloody situation. Remember the guy that was all hopped up on G that he had to fight in last week's episode? He died.
You killed him in that ring, and you know it.
Sheesh, can't Archie catch a break? Even a sweet but brief father-son scene with Fred couldn't make him feel better.
You're innocent. I'm not, Dad.
But by the end of the hour, and one solid slap later,
Oh, did you get that?
Archie did everything he could to make sure that Randy's family got the money they needed to get by. And as for goodbyes, well, we'll get to the whole Josie storyline in just a little bit. Meanwhile, it's time to focus on the quest for Princess Jellybean. During a brutal confrontation, Kurt revealed to the Jones family that her fate is linked to one last round of Griffins and Gargoyles.
Accept the invite to play. Let's see if you can bring Jellybean home.
Over the course of the game, Gladys needed to reveal to FP that she's the new drug queen of Riverdale. Our three Joneses were forced to rob Pops at gunpoint, and we even had the return of the totally not dead and now one-eyed Penny Peabody.
Is that what Mommy told you?
One weird and slightly sensational sword fight later, Gladys defeated Penny, again, and then it was up to Jughead to finish the game. Too bad he was betrayed and then locked in a refrigerator instead.
Kill the princess.
He eventually got out, saw the Gargoyle King, ran like hell, reunited with Jellybean, and then the Jones family said goodbye to Gladys.
You take good care of my babies.
And as for my now favorite twist in Riverdale history and the best storyline of the night, well, wedding bells are ringing at the farm, and Tony revealed Edgar's true intentions to Betty.
After the big wedding, Edgar's planning to adopt Juniper and Dagwood.
That makes no sense. If you're trying to get the twins, why not just marry Polly? You can't just adopt random babies.
What is this about?
So Betty amped up her investigative skills and started sleuthing through Evelyn's school files. And she discovered a sensational secret that even I didn't see coming.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Turns out, Evelyn has been lying this whole time. She's been pretending to be a 17-year-old junior in high school for over a decade, and I think that's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
When she wasn't trying to convince Hiram Lodge to move her murderous father into a room with a view at that fancy new prison, Betty was enlisting the help of her Auntie Blossom to save the twins.
We get the boy, but Edgar keeps the girl. Those were the only terms that they would accept.
Side note, can someone please explain to me how these babies are still babies? Are they not aging? Did the floating keep them young forever? Should we be concerned? Probably.
This is nuts.
But if you're already thinking, what the farm is happening here, just wait, it gets even better. And by better, I mean weirder.
Evelyn is Edgar Evanever's wife, not daughter.
I love it. The fact that 26-year-old Evelyn was calling her husband her dad
I knew my dad would like it.
is so effed up in the worst and best way possible. And what makes it even more bizarre? The fact that the entire farm is totally cool with this.
You can't marry Edgar. He's already married to Evelyn.
You think I don't know that?
Yeah. Now, after escaping the farm's clutches, Betty returned home to the Pembroke, so that's where she's been staying. And Veronica delivered some shocking news about her father's transfer to Hiram's fancy prison.
There was some kind of accident.
Did he escape?
No, there were no survivors.
Oh my goodness, the hits just kept on coming in 319, and since this next storyline ended a relationship, let's talk it all out in 7 seconds in heaven. Josie McCoy, aka the most talented and level-headed person in Riverdale at this point, has been realizing that Riverdale is maybe not the best town to be in if you have big-time dreams and, oh, I don't know, maybe don't want to risk getting shot every other day in your favorite diner.
Now do you see why I need to get the hell out of this town?
So she put on another truly sensational performance at La Bonne Nuit to convince her dad that her big-time voice is better than this small-town stage. Her dad agreed to let her come on tour with him, and while Josie was thrilled at this opportunity, she needed to sever all remaining ties in Riverdale, including her romantic link to Archie.
Archie and I have loved our time together, but we're not endgame, and that's okay.
And with one last kiss, Archie said goodbye to Josie as we all said farewell to the short but sweet relationship of Archosie. Oh, but then in true Archie fashion, he gave some flirty eyes to Veronica in the very next scene because, well, that's just Archie, and Riverdale really wants us to remember that Varchie is endgame.
Am I screwed?
With me in your corner? Never.
And now let's switch over to a round of hisses and kisses. First up, hisses to Hiram for essentially dissolving his truce with Archie behind his back and conspiring with Elio. Once again, get a hobby, Hiram. You're like a broken record that I really want to throw away.
We'll see about that.
Hisses to Tony for letting the farm brainwash her too. I thought you were stronger than this, babe.
Tony, what's happening?
To Penelope for thinking, hey, I got one baby, score, we're good. And to the entire farm for being totally cool about the fact that Edgar and Evelyn have been pulling this con artist father-daughter routine over and over and over again.
Join us.
And I'm sending hisses to Josie for leaving us.
Why am I not surprised?
Okay, I tried and I failed. I can't actually be mad at Josie for wanting to chase her dreams and get out of this crazy, evil snow globe of a town that Riverdale has turned into over these 3 seasons.
100%.
Switching over into kisses, I'm sending kisses to Josie and actress Ashley Murray for doing an amazing job with the outrageously small storylines they've given her over these past 3 years. I adore you, girl. Your voice is angelic, and we all wish you the best of luck in New York with Katie Keene.
You're too cute for words.
And while we're on the subject of goodbyes, I'm sending another massive kiss to Luke Perry's final appearance on Riverdale. While I wish that his last scene with Archie had been much longer, I think we can all agree that Fred Andrews was the only loving, kind, and genuinely pure parent in Riverdale. While we're still not sure how Fred's absence will be explained on the show, Luke Perry will be greatly missed and Riverdale will never be the same.
I don't know how to do this.
It's gonna take you a minute to pick up the pieces.
If you could give your younger self any advice, would you?
No, you gotta learn it all on your own. I really do believe that. You know, life is experiential. You gotta get out there and you gotta try it and you gotta fail sometimes. And to get to any success, you gotta fail a few times. And so yeah, I think you gotta earn it. I was your age when my father passed away. I never got to say goodbye.
This isn't goodbye, Dad.
You're damn right it's not.
And now we're done. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week for our live Sweetwater preview of episode 320, chapter 55, Prom Night. But first, please give this video a like and then hit subscribe and then type fast and furiously into the comment section to tell me your hisses and kisses of episode 319. Were you shocked by the fact that Evelyn is actually 26 and married to Edgar? What has been your favorite Josie moment in Riverdale? And what are you gonna miss most about seeing Luke Perry on our screens? Tell me everything, and I'll see you soon, River Babes.